The film opens in Libya at a chemical plant that formerly belonged to Gaddafi. A team of soldiers are protecting General Fezan, Karim Saidi, and his family. Soon, some of the soldiers get killed as gunshots and explosions start going off. A group of mercenaries led by Suarto Rahmat, Iko Uwais, begins to attack, prompting the general and his family to run. Rahmat climbs onto a tank and interrogates the driver over Fezan's whereabouts. The driver only looks to the building next to him before Rahmat runs his knife into the man's throat. In New Orleans, I, Barney Ross, rode my motorcycle to find Lee Christmas, who was having a heated argument with his girlfriend and fellow expendable, Gina. I needed Christmas for a task because I claimed I hurt my back. I brought Christmas to a bar where I had lost my ring to a guy named Jumbo Shrimp. I goaded Christmas into antagonizing Shrimp so that he could fight him and his buddies. A bar brawl broke out with me joining in, and I got my ring back after the other goons were left knocked out on the floor. Christmas and I met with the other expendables, Toll Road, Gunnar Jansen, and new recruits, Easy Day and Galen. We also met with our superior, Marsh, who briefed us on Rahmat and his plans to steal the codes to a nuclear warhead that could potentially cause World War III. Rahmat was working with a terrorist known only as Ocelot, whom I had been hunting for years. The team flew to Libya, where Rahmat had captured Fezan and already murdered his wife. Even after Fezan gave up the codes, Rahmat shot his son and then killed Fezan. The expendables flew in and fired against the villain's missiles with me, taking to the skies while the rest of the men were on the ground, and shot the bad guys from their van, while also fighting the ones who got too close. I ordered Christmas to get the codes, but he instead destroyed a tank that was aiming at me. Unfortunately, Rahmat fired his own projectile at me, causing my plane to come crashing down and allowing Rahmat to get away. Christmas approached the plane and saw what looked like my burnt corpse with my ring still attached. The expendables returned home and mourned my apparent death. While Christmas was set on leading the team to get Rahmat and avenge me, Marsh told him he was off the case because his actions had wound up getting me killed. Marsh put Gina in charge, even though she was sympathetic to Christmas mourning the loss of his best friend. Needing a job, Christmas looked in the classifieds and got a gig being a bodyguard for an obnoxious influencer. After the guy pissed Christmas off, he responded by beating his face and humiliating him in front of his party guests. He quit and went to Gina's home to look over classified files on Ocelot. She found him there and fought him before they had sex. Despite Christmas insisting that he go on the mission, Gina wouldn't allow it. After she left for the mission, Christmas was shown to be tracking her whereabouts. Gina led the expendables, now joined by new recruit Lash, to begin by going to a CIA black site to meet their superior, Russo. She led them to Marsh, who told them that they were going to infiltrate a ship that Rahmat was on, transporting the warhead into Russian waters. They also believed this was where they would find Ocelot. Rahmat was also set to be making a trade for his friend Bai. Christmas went on his own to seek out a man named Desha in Thailand, a former friend of mine. Desha tried to hide his identity before seeing my ring on Christmas's finger. He helped Christmas by providing a boat so that they could catch up with the rest of the team. The expendables made their way onto the ship but were quickly found and captured by Rahmat's goons. They realized that someone on their team leaked their intel, and one of them might be Ocelot. A group of goons entered and took Marsh as a hostage while Rahmat ordered Russo to bring him by. Desha helped Christmas get close enough to the ship that he climbed on and started killing his way through goons to get back to his friends. He managed to make contact with Rahmat to taunt him, leading him to send more goons to go after Christmas. In their pursuit, Christmas got the villains to fall into his traps where they died, and he came across more weaponry as he looked for the rest of the team. He freed them, and the whole team started to kill every other goon on the ship, and Lash and Desha even teamed up to kick Rahmat's main goon to his death. Toll Road ended up stabbed in the side and required medical attention. Christmas then found Ramat and faced off with him, engaging in hand-to-hand combat until Christmas grabbed Gunner's tomahawk and jammed it into Ramat's chest. Before dying, Ramat said he didn't have the code for the warhead. His boss did. Bai was brought in for the prisoner exchange until it was revealed that Marsh was Ocelot all along. He killed Bai and others while Christmas got the team onto a lifeboat to get Toll Road to safety. Christmas decided to stay behind and get rid of the warhead, even if it meant sacrificing himself. He dropped the anchor down on the ship and prepared to go down with the ship. Christmas prepared to fight Marsh until a chopper showed up and blasted Marsh to chunks. It turned out to be me, Barney, who had faked my death this whole time to draw Ocelot out of hiding. I got Christmas onto my chopper while I blew the ship to pieces, causing the warhead to sink and detonate underwater. The team returned home to celebrate my return, and Christmas and Gina appeared to get together, as did Toll Road and Lash. Christmas then asked me who the corpse on the plane was, and I said it was Jumbo Shrimp. We both laughed about this.